Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Collins with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Gamecocks will put total weather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone, it's Simmons. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Wildcats offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Using his legs, it's McGowan. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and managing. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing quickly to the tight end.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. The Gamecocks offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And guys, any discussion about this offense has to start and end with the guy behind center.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback, he gets the ball on every play. He's got to be the leader. He's got to be able to throw the football. So many times you see Jesse where they can run it as well, but he's the captain usually on most teams. It starts and ends with him.
Yeah, and David, the thing is...
Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. He's got it.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. The run to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. Past the 20. Touchdown, Kentucky! And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick six. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Now, this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They just haven't been able to get much going so far, punting it away on both possessions. Catch in the middle, it's Rodriguez. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking to throw. Trying to set up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll move the wide receiver. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
And it's really good third down defense. You've given up some yards. Who cares? Down here right near the goal line, you bow your neck up. You force the 4th down. Nice job breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And it's no good. He missed it. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Grabbed in the middle, it's Dingle. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads-up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. Spins away from one. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they got it down to the 23.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. It's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. To the air, it's Sellers. Trying to find the end zone. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Brown. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Here's a heat. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, it was a great effort throwing to the running back that time. He was almost able to get in on 3rd down. The defense makes the stop. Now it's decision time. 4th. You're very close to the goal line. You've got this running back in the backfield. What do you do?
Dead center perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's McGowan.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Wildcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the 1st half's winding down.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Thanks to grab. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, South Carolina.
And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
Well, they're able to get a field goal, put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple of turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Like, can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Now the pitch. There he goes. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
And the Gamecocks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Just steamrolling the defense. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, South Carolina. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. And they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll run play action. Makes the catch. It's Gilmore. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got a man. It's McGowan. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here.
Kentucky, 7.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's McGowan. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Pulls it in. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They send the tight end in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Second down coming up. To the air, it's Sellers. Rushes on him. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Quarterback couldn't quite make the connection on the last play. That brings up third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, there's no quitting this defense. I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Law. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Wildcats have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Give to the running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Gilmore. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Looking for the score. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Nice move there. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. One more play to pad the stats. Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee, though the D can stop it a couple more times.